Hi, my name is Brian Reese, and I am with Media Solutions. And today we're going to talk about earthquake survival kits because over the last few days, last week, there have been two earthquakes with hundreds of aftershocks. So I think that we need to be ready just in case. I mean, it's not about fear, it's not about intimidation, but it's about preparation. So let's start out by looking at earthquake survival skills. Now, first thing we need to do is have earthquake supplies. Starting out, first of all, with the first aid kit to make sure that we have something around in case one of the kids or yourself cut yourself and you have to wait for the emergency responders to show up. There are not that many of them, so you need to protect yourself at least until they get to you. You need to have a survival kit for the home, for the automobile, and the workplace. It's best to make sure that you also have food and water just in case. You never know what's going to happen in the middle of the night. So starting out first of all with a first aid kit. Start out with a first aid kit. You need to have hydrogen peroxide to wash and disinfect wounds. And make sure that you have the necessary equipment and tools to take care of your children in case someone gets cut or gets something in their eye or all of a sudden become sick and start having diarrhea or something like that. So make sure also that you have your prescription drugs and your medicines. Keep them in a safe place and keep them up to date so that you can make sure that you have them available in case you are not able to access help for a couple of days. Now, also dressings. Make sure that you have bandages, ace bandages, rolled gauze. I know that you can read this yourself, but sometimes it's good to have someone else read it to you because I'm a visual and audio person, or audible person. So an adhesive roll. One of the things that also we need to make sure we have is duct tape. Duct tape's always a good thing to have on hand. My father says you can use that for anything. You can't build a helicopter, but you can tape up a wound or tape up a broken leg or something like that until help arrives. The other one is first aid supplies. Make sure that you have a first aid book. Most of us don't know anything about first aid, so it's good to have something on hand in case we need to look something up. A pocket knife is always the best thing to have around, just in case you need to cut something loose or cut someone loose from something that's fallen down and just need to cut their clothes or something like that just to get them free. Also have a thermometer around, a bar of soap, tissues, hand sunscreen, paper cups, those kinds of things so that you can have something to pour water into. That brings up another point. Make sure you have water also. Safety pins are good things to have in case you tear up your clothes or you just run out of the house too fast and you want to make sure that you can cover up. Also make sure you have a good pair of shoes so that when you leave the house, you don't step on something that's going to cut your feet or your legs. Sanitary napkins are good also, and also splinting materials. That's just pieces of wood in case you need to wrap up an arm or a leg or something like that until help arrives. Now, the next thing is making sure that we have a survival kit for the home. Tools and supplies. An axe, you can get a little shovel, a little broom, screwdrivers, pliers, hammers. Make sure you have some tools on hand. A rope is always good to have in case you need to pull someone up and out or pull something off of someone. It's good to have a little rope around. You know, no telling what you need it for, but it's always a good idea to have it because there's dozens of things you can use rope for. Plastic sheeting and tape. Like I said, duct tape is the best thing to have around in case you need to cover up for some reason. Maybe it's raining, maybe it's storming, you need to cover yourself up a little bit or cover up the kids. It's good to have around, or you need to wrap one of your pets up in it or something. Just make sure that you have some plastic sheeting. Just one strip is good enough. Maybe 5x5. Fold it up, put it in your backpack also. And some tape. Now, items for safety and comfort. Now make sure you have some pretty sturdy doggone shoes because you don't want to be walking outside in house shoes. Keep the shoes by the bed, keep them by the front door. Make sure that you have them available. Also get some good heavy durable gloves because you may need to touch something that's hot. That's always a good thing, have some gloves around. In case you need to pick something up or move something off of someone and you don't want to get yourself cut up doing it. So it's good to have some gloves, some good heavy durable gloves around. Candles are good too, and waterproof matches. I wouldn't light a match or light candles until I'm absolutely sure that I'm away from any gas leaks. Okay. Change of clothing, you can keep those in one of those bags that you can suck the air out of, and that keeps it waterproof. Okay. A knife is always good, like I said, to have on hand. Some garden hose, just a piece. You don't need a lot. Maybe about, I'd say, 4 feet, just in case you need to siphon gas out of an automobile. Maybe your car is working, you decide to drive, and you see that you need gas. You might be able to siphon gas out of another car. Recreational supplies for children and adults. You probably don't want to worry about that, because if you're in trouble, you're not going to worry about the kids playing. Blankets, sleeping bags, portable radio. For sure, get a portable radio, because you're going to want to know what's going on around you. You won't have access to a television, but you can have a battery-powered radio. Also, again, make sure that you have essential medications and your glasses, because you can't go anywhere if you can't see. Fire extinguisher is good to have too. Multi-purpose. Make sure there's multi-purpose, so that just in case anything happens, you don't want to have a fire extinguisher that puts out something that you can't put out. You don't want to have that. Have a fire extinguisher that can't put out an electrical fire. You never know what's going to happen. So get one that's multi-purpose. Food and water for your pets. I don't have any pets, but if you have pets, you might want to bring some food and a little bit of water for your pets. Toilet tissue. Make sure, if you don't take anything else, bring some toilet tissue, because you're going to need to use the bathroom eventually, or one of the kids will, and you don't want to be trying to wipe up with leaves. Okay. Also, a little cash is always good to have around in case you stop at a store that's open. Hopefully they're not gouging people, and you can go in and get you something that you may not have brought with you. Okay. But you don't want to have to do that if you have your survival kit. You don't have to. Now, survival kit for your automobile. You do need a survival kit for your automobile. It's good to have a backup plan just in case you can't get to the house. Okay. Or you get separated from your family and you need to find them. You need to have your backup survival kit in your automobile. Have your blanket, water bottle with water would be good. Change of clothes, coins for telephone calls, because you may not be able to use your cell phone. But if you can't use your cell phone, you certainly can't call them. So, but bring some anyway, just in case. Fire extinguisher, just in case you break your phone or something like that. Also, it's good idea to have some coins for telephone calls. Fire extinguisher, also multi-purpose again. First aid kit, a manual one, and a manual, excuse me. Also, emergency devices like light sticks or battery flasher, okay, or some kind of reflector in case it's late at night and you need to let people see you. Okay, a flashlight is always good to have in your car. It's always a good idea to have a flashlight in your car. If nothing else, you can use it to signal help. Food, non-perishable, would be a good idea. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, you probably don't want to leave any food in your car because it's too doggone hot. But bring some with you. Maybe keep it in a bag or in a backpack or something that you can bring inside of work if you can. Gloves are always a good idea, and also a local map in case you're somewhere where you've never been before. You may move to a new location, or you might just be so scared you can't figure yourself out. So pull out a map. It's good to have an actual local map that you can fold up and put in your glove compartment, because your phone may not be working. It's a good idea to keep some pre-moistened toilettes, prescription medications, and also a mirror for signaling. Also, it's good. You might need it for any number of things. So a good little mirror that's not really glass, but has a certain texture of glass, and you can actually see in it. That kind of thing. Tools, pliers, adjustable wrench. Okay, a whistle for blowing and signaling in case you can't, for some reason, holler out. It makes a noise, lets people know where you are. Jumper cables, duct tape is always, like I said, the best tool to ever have, because duct tape, you can use it for multiple purposes. You never know, you might need to tape up your fender for a minute while you drive home. So it's a number of things, uses that you can use it for. So it's a good idea to have some on hand. Now, also, one of the best ideas that has come to my mind is a survival kit for your workplace, because not all workplaces actually have a survival or emergency program of any sort. So it's good to set it up for yourself, and even if they do set one up, it's good to have your own. Non-perishable food bars, nutrition bars, trail mix, stuff like that. Essential medications, make sure you keep those on you or with you somewhere. as a backup. You might want to have a jacket or a sweatshirt in case it's raining or storming outside and you have to leave the building. A sturdy pair of shoes, probably some boots would be good. A flashlight with batteries. Make sure you have batteries. It doesn't do any good to have a flashlight and no batteries. And also check it every now and then. Make sure that the batteries are working because they will bleed out on you if you don't take care of them. A battery-operated radio is a good thing to keep by your desk, keep in your drawer, in case you need to find out what's going on in the neighborhood, in the city, and you're away from your family and can't get in touch with them for the moment. Now, make sure you have your essential medications and a blanket. Blanket's a good thing to have. You don't know how long you're going to be where you are, so it's good to have a blanket so that you can cover up if you have to. Signaling device of some sort, a whistle or some other signaling device. During the day you probably won't need a flashlight, but at night, during the day you can have a whistle. You can blow it, so people know where you are. The high-pitched sound of the whistle probably will travel a little bit further than your voice, but I would use both. But if you can't for some reason, get a whistle and blow it on a regular basis so somebody knows where you are. Emergency teams that are trying to look for you and help you. So that's all I have for now, but there will be more at a later date. But make sure that you do the essentials. Make sure you have something for your home, an emergency kit for your car, and an emergency kit for your workplace. It's to protect yourself and your family, because you never know what's going to happen. It's not about being afraid. It's about being prepared. Have a great day. This is Brian Reese from BD Solutions. Have a great day. Bye-bye.